Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm Jameson, also the Brink, and we are one community. This stream today is for your enjoyment. If you're new to the channel, we do this every week on Wednesday. Right now, it's 7 p.m. Mountain Standard or Mountain Daylight Savings Time, and who knows, we might move it a little earlier in the future, but this is when it happens. The good stuff. Right now, we are doing a little shopathon. I'm not going to buy anything per se, but we're going to check out all the good deals, kind of get ready for the season of giving. And giving is lowering prices back down to probably pre tariff levels. And so it is going to be an interesting little chat today because I know a lot of people are probably saving up for a certain device, but we can still have fun in this. We can still have a lot of fun. And then after all this, well, okay, and also I should also mention that we'll go over some other stuff like there's already a shell in plan for this Steam machine. We'll talk about some other stuff, and then after this whole thing, there'll be an after party on my Twitch account or the TH3BRINK the Brink, where I will play like a short indie game, and then we can continue chatting over there. So that's kind of how the night's going to go. So we'll do this for about an hour and a half, and I of course want to hear what you guys have to say. So throw things in here for me to look up. If there's any news items, I'm more than happy to look them over. If there's anything, you can also throw into Discord and let me know it's in Discord. But yes, yes, I don't think Half-Life 3 was announced today, so I don't have to worry too much about that type of news. I don't know about you guys. Okay, everyone here, if you guys are interested in Half-Life 3, did you keep an eye on like the Valve YouTube? Because I don't think it'd be on Steam, right? It'd be on Valve's YouTube. Did you keep an eye on Valve? Like I wasn't even like I was subscribed. I actually don't think I was subscribed to Steam. I had to subscribe to Steam and ring that bell on their thing, and then also Valve. I'm can guarantee on Valve I had the bell added, and they must have removed it or something. The one where you get notifications because, of course, I'm gonna want to know. I'm a diehard Valve fan over here. Okay, let's get into some chatting here, and then we'll get into the whole searching for deals. Rachie, we are about to see discounts at 125% up to 200%. I have a feeling that's a little sharpened towards a certain administration's president who said something along those lines. Essentially, just saying, we're going to give you money. But that's pretty funny. Welcome, the real savage. Mark, good evening. Mark Griffin. Chalice, welcome. Cascutter, welcome. How you doing, man? Thor is on the way selling RP5. RP5. What's the RP5 one again? I know that I know all those words make sense. Uh, but yeah. Okay, we'll get in that in a second. Lumkey, welcome. And then let's see, Chris. I'm gonna throw your guys' names out into here just because, you guys are here. BT Maverick, what's up? What's up? Okay. So s- Rachie is playing Fortnite from the Xbox app. That is an interesting choice. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. Microsoft giving up AI. They really love to give. Oh, giving more AI. Oh my goodness. Yes. Let's get into that towards the end. So I'll get into that. Let's see. Windows is going to be an agentic operating system. By choice in the beginning, but you know that choice is going to be taken away. Okay, let's go on over to the not script, the screen sharing. The good old screen of shares. Let's see. Okay. Don't mind me as I share the screen. And then it's the Retroid Pocket 5, yeah. I don't follow it. Oh, is it not going to show? I guess give it a second. Interesting. Give me once. Interesting. Okay. Do. Can you get? Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. It is not sharing the screen. Let's try. Well, this is very frustrating. Well, I mean, that works, I guess. Um Oh, can I? Oh, I can. Okay, I can swap it here. Okay, this is cool. I didn't know I could do this. Another nice little thing Art can do. Francis, welcome, welcome, welcome. Throw you out there. Dickrus, welcome. Just was playing some Tales of Zillia. Zillia, I'm assuming is how it's pronounced. Remastered. Not played it. Sounds interesting. Raichi, people don't understand how big this is. Fortnite on the Xbox launcher. Um, I'm trying to decide if it's big or not. Fortnite is everywhere at this point, and can't you play it on PlayStation and the Xbox itself? Just yeah, the launcher is a new one, but yeah, interesting. Francis, hey, what's up? Which of the three Steams will you get first and why? Ooh, I've never heard of it that way. Yeah, we can chat about this a little bit. Let's just to get a little bit of context for everyone. Um, let's go to the thing. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I'm more than happy to chat about it. The ROG Ally X is just way too expensive. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Mark, welcome. That is the brink. I am the brink. Your I'm your brink apparently. Okay. BT Maverick, if I get government Trump check, that will go straight into the Lenovo Legion Go 2 32 gigabyte version. Hey, infusion into the economy. I like it. I'll say to this right now, BT Maverick, do not bet on getting that check. Um, but I hear you. I think mine would go into getting all the Steam devices, or I don't know, maybe holding on to it because the economy is not going to do great from those checks potentially. I'm actually not against an infusion of money like that into the population. I'm against it in the business world. Okay, not necessarily in small business either, but that's a whole other topic. So, which of these threes we are not getting those checks? Poor Cask. Hey, Cascoder, a man can dream. Okay, so the Steam machine, it okay, so the question is, just to reiterate this question, which of the 3 Steam devices am I gonna get first? And that is been really difficult for me to answer because I go back and forth because I really want a standalone, VR headset like this that I don't have to worry about the lighthouses. So the current Valve Index that I have, you have lighthouses that will track when I do movements and everything. It does external tracking. It's nice. It's super precise. I really like it, but it's a pain in the butt to set up. And because I have kids now, that's a whole other nightmare with the whole setup. And they want to play the VR, and I let them play it every once in a while. But I would much prefer something along these lines. I'm hoping that's not over $1,000 because I don't want to buy a device that's like 800, like $1,200 and have the kids touch it. But at the same time, I'd want them to play it. Maybe even have my son try out Half-Life Alex. He might not be old enough yet, but actually, honestly, there's a couple of parts in that might scare him. But one day he will be. No, I want this for Beat Saber and Half-Life Alex. And that sounds really sad, but I also think I actually agree with Gardner on this. We talked about it off the console about playing this on an airplane. Instead of taking my Steam Deck, you could play games that are of almost near similar function, like similar games of performance with this on an airplane. And because it's using the ARM translation layer, it's going to be interesting to see how many, like, honestly, content wise, this will probably be the better device to get for me. And that's why I balance between this and the Steam Machine. These are the two. Like, it's balancing between the two. If I had to choose one, which who knows, if I don't save up enough, I might have to. I've contacted them, but they're so busy that, and it doesn't sound like there's any review units left for anyone. So, um, Valve, that is Valve and Steam. So, out of the two, um, probably the Steam frame would be what I'd be almost edging towards. But the Steam Machine would also be so much fun. I could do a lot of content on with the faceplate. So, um, at the end of the day, I have a 3090 PC. I have a PC that runs fine. I have a Steam Deck. Actually, I have this right now that I'm in the middle of reviewing, and I'll have a review out next week for that. A bunch of other stuff has gotten in the way, Steam related, and I can like, it works actually really well. I'm pretty content with it. It's like 2 or 3 times more powerful than my Steam Deck. I can play all the games I want and looks great. I can hook it up to my TV and stream from my main computer. So to answer it, I kind of already have a Steam Machine in this device. It's not quite as powerful, but I can stream my games to it. So I'm not as like, it is really cool. I want it. And that's what makes this kind of hard, is that I already have a Valve Index. I have a Steam Machine. I don't have a Steam Machine, but I have something similar, right? And so it's hard. But me personally, Steam Frame is like edging towards that more. But I'm gonna try to get all three. It's gonna be really hard though with the reservation system. So we'll see. I'll probably have Susie helping me out with this one. Maybe I can give Loki, wherever he is, the corgi of the hour, a little paw. They need to make paw controllers, and I can have him maybe reserve me one. But the Steam controller is becoming more and more interesting to me. I will say that. It really is becoming interesting, but I don't know. I still have some hesitation on some of it, as I really do like the resistive triggers on the PS5. But I mean, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to still have. I mean, I'm gonna buy one no matter what, of a Steam controller. Whether or not I get my hands day one is a different story. I'm in the same boat as you guys. So whoever can get it first is gonna get it. And it's gonna be like the Steam Deck all over again, where we're gonna be waiting months, congratulating each other when they get their device, et cetera, et cetera. It would be nice, but definitely start saving up now. While we're talking about, whoops, I did not mean to split that. Oh well, we'll split it. While we're talking about it, let's go on over to Dbrand, just for some of the shopping whatnot. I'll just let you know. And also I will on the brink.com, which is it's from Games Revealed. So that's a long story. With the gamesrevealed.com, I used to run it with articles and stuff like that. I didn't want to kind of, what's the term, like, corner myself with just having it be an article website. I want to actually have it be something that's interesting from a game, from a developer standpoint. And so while I'm working on that, I want to do articles and just kind of have like an all-in-one place for everything. And this is where you're going to find it. I have channel stuff here, and I technically have like my times and stuff, but I'm going to have to fix that. But you can still find my channels and everything here. I'll have I don't have my schedule in yet, but I'll have my schedule in. But I'm going to be having some Black Friday deals up. I'll try to know, if you guys let me know in Discord, I'll note that you mentioned it in the thing. So if you have not done so, I did port everyone over that was on the gamesrevealed.com website over to this one. So go sign up to thebrink.com, and you'll get I try not to spam it too much, but you'll get updates on everything that's going on that I'm working on, whether it be from the game I'm working on. This is coming along slowly, but the game I'm working on, insights into game development, and some other channel stuff I'm doing besides Games Revealed. So yeah, go over there and do that, and things will get a little bit more better there, I guess, as we get releasing more content. I have a lot of companion stuff there too for the videos. So if you need links and sources, oftentimes I'll put them in those places. So when you're watching a video, if you go down the description, you can find it there. Okay, let's get back into this. Self, is the Zotac GeForce RTX 5070 Ti 16 gigabyte white good? Um, yes. It is good. Honestly, it's probably the one, depending on the price you're gonna get it for, it's probably the one I would probably get maybe these days, at this and I'd get it because it probably would have semi-similar, you guys could correct me if I'm wrong on this because I haven't checked these numbers in a while, but my 3090 and the 5070 Ti are probably fairly similar, with the 3090 having more RAM, so more RAM hungry 4K textures are gonna be better on my 3090, and I'm sure some games are gonna be better for both, but I do like the DLSS, on the 5070 Ti, and I would honestly wouldn't mind using it. Francis, James, do you think Half-Life 3 comes out in this year or next year? I think it's for sure this next year. I honestly really all signs and all hopium is coming copium and hopium is pointing towards next year. Will we get announcement this year? Who knows? I think it would be hilarious if they announced it on December 3rd or something like that. Something stupid, right? Um, I think we could get there's a decent chance we could get some weird either announcement or cryptid uh message about it. BT Maverick, $80 for the Steam controller, just like the dock. Yeah, I think that's really like that's the thing that kind of makes me think that the Valve's gonna price it a little higher is because that dock is $80 and it doesn't need to be. They're pricing it that high, even though all third parties are pricing their docks much lower. I know it has an extra port, a display port, but that display port shouldn't cost that much more to add to it. Okay. Um, Price prediction on the standalone Steam controller Cascoder. I did this last week, but I'll say it one more time. I think the controller is going to be $70 personally. Lomki is going to be on the plane enjoying his downloaded waifu. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going to be doing a little bit more. We'll get to shopping here in a second. What are you trying to say here? Rachie, the Snapdragon G or 8 Gen 3 on the VR headset can emulate. I don't know what you're censoring here. Now I'm curious. Maybe I don't want to know. At 1440 to 4K easy. Um, hmm, it's making me feel very suspicious when you wrote there. Um, so there's already a shell coming. Oh, come on. Gotta do dbrand. I don't even know why they have this hidden, but I don't think we went over this last week, but you can get the Steam Machine Companion Cube. So you can reserve the well, not reserve, but you can be notified. They don't even like they must be partnering with Valve. They must already have everything. You get this cute little companion cube, of course. That being said, I don't know if I'd be ready to do like I don't think it's a full case conversion either. It's a shell. Well, could it be a full case conversion? That will be interesting. Dbrand tends to do shell like protective cases and stuff like that. So I'm curious um about this one. This is definitely on my wish list. I will be reaching out to them to try to get a review unit. They have given me units for this kill switch before in the past, and I glaze them all the time because I really do like Dbrand stuff quite a bit. I know it can be a little overpriced at times, but I haven't had to replace stuff that I've gotten from them as opposed to other places I have. Um, I will say protective screens like theirs are the best that I've had and fit the best on the devices I've used them on, but the other ones from that are much cheaper work just fine. Valve could subsidize the Steam machine with games, give us Half-Life 3 and Portal 3 included. I really hope that's the way they go, Raichi. That would be my dream is to see them do like a little launch with the Steam Machine with the like 2 or 3 games and give us the orange box 2 or 3 and name it 3 with 3 different games on the Steam Machine. That would be pretty cool. And that would be an easy way to subsidize it. I know there's a lot of rumors about people saying that they want to price it higher like a PC instead of a console because um people would just buy it up and use them not for PC gaming, but that could happen. The problem is to buy a device right now. I think even like a Steam Deck, at least in the States, you have to have a Steam account. So you have to buy it through their system anyways, and they manage that pretty well. So Cascoder Orange Box Cubed would be a cute name. I don't mind that. But an orange box, I could see them in a year doing the Orange Box Cubed edition of the Steam Machine with an complete orange shell that has like a game or 3 on it, or a couple of games on it, kind of like the old Orange Box, which was like probably one of the biggest, like definitely up to that point was probably the biggest thing to come out in the gaming, like at least the PC gaming industry, was the deal that they gave you. Like if there's one thing Valve has done is surprises everyone all the time is either good deals, whatever. Like they like it, but they also do charge a lot for their hardware. It's not like they're saints. I will say that. Francis, I heard rumors about Army of Two being on PS5. Do you think it's going to be the same like a long time ago or slightly different? Army of Two. Ooh, that is a good question that I'm going to have to save for later because we need to get into shopping here. But I'll look into it later especially if you remind me. So yeah, just because we're talking about Steam Machine, I figured I'd show you guys this cute little cube of ours. Now, let's get into some Black Friday deals. Still in the middle of I'm in the middle of compiling this whole list, and what I want to do tonight is like figure out what are some of the best deals that we could probably find and why we should get them now or wait. Black Friday, here's my honest take. This is more just for a fun topic. I don't think Black Friday is nearly as good as it used to be. That might be a harsh take. I don't know, but I really don't think it's as good as it used to be as in the past. Like they do Black Friday deals that start like a week or two before. They have summer deal. It's kind of like Steam sales, right? The best typically happen around November, December into January is probably the best sell season for Steam. But beyond that, they still have amazing deals at any other time of the year. So um it is the shopping season. Once November hits, you're going to be running into these deals. That being said, a lot of these deals are probably going to be pre-tariff prices. So you'll you'll probably see prices that are like similar to what it was like a year ago before the tariffs really hit, which is you could also wait a couple months and the tariffs, I can tell you this right now. The tariffs are not going to last more than 3 more years because the Trump administration is not going to last that. But I don't think it's going to last. I think they're going to be gone next year. BT Maverick, would you trade one great Half-Life new game for a really good Dead Space trilogy? BT Maverick, you're cruel by asking that. For context, I'm a massive Dead Space fan and a Half-Life fan. Those are like my favorite games. I love StarCraft. We'll throw that in there too, but StarCraft is Blizzard, and Blizzard is even worse shape than Dead Space is. No, I would not trade a new Half-Life game for a Dead Space trilogy, like a good one. I like the Dead Space trilogy already. What it is, I like Dead Space 3. I want to finish the saga, like a Dead Space 4 that kind of wraps everything up would be awesome. But I have been waiting for Half-Life 3 for decades. So, Rachie, show us the 300% up count up. That is a cruel one, BT Maverick. That was really cruel of you. So I'll throw this out. This is I like PC Gamer. I've always like I followed PC Gamer forever. I've and because they've merged into from Maximum PC. Maximum PC was like one of my first magazines I followed. I really liked him for the stuff you can get. But I'll throw this in here. Um, but like I'm already seeing deals on everything. So you've probably been witnessing the deals for a while. Um, I will say, if you don't have a PC gaming laptop and you're planning on getting multiple handhelds, I'd probably recommend getting a laptop over the handhelds. If you really want true like better gaming, because they're for the like it is weird. This right here is $1,400 after tax and everything. For that same price, you can get a better laptop. I don't like play because the way the fans position everything, I don't want to put it on my lap or anything, so I don't like it. Cloud, been a long time. Hiya, welcome, Cloud. How you doing? Okay, so the I really don't like these prices still, but an RX 9070 16 gigabyte GPU is $540, which I'll be honest, um, I think this is what this card launched at the beginning of the year. Was around this, wasn't it? Was like it was between 500 and 550 guys. Like this is not a great deal. Let's see. Need to share it. Uh let's see if they have any other okay. So you save $100 because here's the thing. This you save $50, but this is actually gets you quite a bit more of a boost in performance. But at $100 or more like $60, $70, not sure about that. With these prices still would go for this, but like $50 is for like this expensive a device is kind of a joke. Um, Cascoder, I hear GPUs are going up in price. Yes, Cascoder. So, um, and that's a good call out too. Just as a note, if you want to get like a graphics card or even some, I don't video RAM is different than RAM, but I'd even maybe upgrade your RAM if you really need to now. Uh, Graphics cards are going to be going up. These all the signs are theirs ever like and they're the same they're similar signs to what's happened in the past with RAM shortages because of VR. So we could be seeing both graphic card shortages and also price increases on video cards. So if you're really in need of like let's say you've got a 5-year-old GPU, the time is now to upgrade because you're probably going to see prices climb for the next year or two. Um, Now that could change if the AI bubble pops, which I don't think billionaires are going to allow that to happen anytime soon. So yeah, I just wouldn't plan on it. So that's a good call out, Cascader. Get your GPU purchases in now. And I think the mid-range cards honestly work great, unless you're wanting to be the maximalist, which just, if you have that money, then wait if you need to. I'd still get the even more expensive ones. Yes, Cascade RAM is cooked right now because VRAM is crucial to AI infrastructure. So that's where all the models are stored, and they're making more and more GPUs that are AI based with larger VRAM. Like I have unified RAM in this Mac Studio that I'm on right now that I'm sharing, and it has 96 gigabytes, and it does pretty good with modeling. Like I do some LLMs locally, and it does a pretty good job. Um, yes, but they want more. Cards want more. So, yeah, definitely get a GPU now or wait for like honestly, like the Steam machine I think will play most games of what people want at a medium settings, 1440 upscaled, and there's really strong evidence that FSR 4 is going to be coming for it. So, I would definitely keep an eye out for all that. Like Steam machine might just be a good buy and it should play all games. And with the FSR4, it will be good for 5 years. Will it be the best? Will it be hindered because this doesn't have a USB 4 port? Probably, but it'll still be good. Okay. Oops. Let me share my screen again because I killed it. Get GPU now. Yes, Lumkey. Get GPU now. Agreed. So, I think so, so laptops, monitors, complete builds are going to be where you're going to get the best deals, in my opinion. Um, and it's been that way for years now. They used to have some decent deals on GPUs. I honestly think they fluctuate so much now that even a deal like this, who knows if it's a good deal? Like if it wasn't for the VRAM shortages, any deal right now, even if it was for the cost of $600, might be a good deal come in 6 months when there's a huge shortage. And who knows how that'll affect the Steam machine. Uh, the Odyssey, let's see here. Looks like they're gonna be um there's a good chance that they're gonna be creating a new Odyssey brand. And this one's an IPS, so it's not OLED. I bet you they're going strong into OLED, and that's why this is gonna be $400 off like at Walmart. It's out of stock, but here's another little note, guys. When you're following these Black Friday deals, they can actually go back in stock and they control the stock. What they do is that they'll trickle in a little bit, stop, trickle in a little bit. So there's a good chance this won't be sold out by the end of Black Friday. In fact, come Black Friday day, this could come back in stock, but you're going to want to keep an eye on all this. So this is just stuff that I've noticed over the years, um, especially with the type of world we live in now with Black Friday deals that go on for weeks. So if this is something you want, it is similar to what I have right now. I have an MSI kind of version of this. It's a bigger version, but and I've seen this in stores. I don't have one though, but I think it would be a pretty good buy if you need a monitor. Would be something like this. Crap, I need to share my screen again. I keep on killing the tabs. Let's see if we can share my whole window. Oh, there we go. It worked this time. Um, Kranos, what are you doing awake? If you guys don't know, Kranos does not live in the States. Isn't it like super early in the morning for you, Kranos? But welcome, welcome, anyways. BT Maverick, I got to figure out what to do with my spare EVGA 3080 Ti. I kind of feel like it's a cool relic since EVGA is sadly gone. How do you have a spare 3080 Ti? That's a pretty good card, BT Maverick. Have you upgraded since then? And I agree. I think that needs to be memorialized in carbonite or something like that. You got to do like a Han Solo kind of carbonite situation with your EVGA. EVGA was my favorite GPU manufacturer for Nvidia, and Nvidia really screwed them over. 3:30 in the morning, Kranos, man, you are crazy. 2 days free now, so it's kind of my weekend. Dang. Well, Cray, you gotta get that VR going, and I'm glad to have you here, man. You gonna be getting any of the Steam Machine stuff? Probably the Steam Frame. I could see you liking the Steam Frame. Okay. So Lenovo has also been very much impressing me. Let's see what this is also Walmart. This is kind of weird. So just as a heads up, even I have affiliate links for my stuff, but a lot of these they must be stronger into the Walmart right now. Or maybe Walmart just trying to compete with Amazon more. There are some decent. Yeah, this is OLED. Okay, if this is the OLED one I'm thinking of, if it's not, I'm not a I can't remember if this is the one. No, this is. Let's see. This feels like an older model. Even so, from my understanding, these OLED GPU or the laptops are actually really decent. I mean, look at this, a 5060. That's a pretty decent mid-range laptop right there. So at $1,000, it has OLED And Lenovo's been killing it with their OLED. I don't think this is the newer model. I will say that. This is not the newer model. This is the reason why this is on most Black Friday sales. I also find are clearance sales secretly. They are clearing their shelves or they stack it up so they know that they can sell enough in bulk and they're kind of getting rid of stuff. This right here has an OLED and is amazing. This is not going to be nearly as fast as this 5060 though. So you're going to get some good mileage with this if you don't have a computer and you want something more portable. But I do like how that lays down flat. I've almost broken so many laptops because of the monitor. I have not had a Lenovo laptop. I don't know if you guys have either. I've heard good stuff. And I've seen reviews, like Dave 2D reviewed the newer version of this model. I'm pretty sure it's the newer version of this model and really like the OLED. So just as a heads up on that. BT Maverick, yeah, I got the Astral 5080. Oh, that's right. I think you've mentioned that before. The 5080, yeah, that's definitely going to beat out that 3080. Okay, nice. You liking it? I've been so tempted to upgrade into an NVIDIA, like a 5000 series, and because I do game development, it would help a little bit, but the 3090 is holding up great with Unreal. And with any rumors, or there's not rumors, but I kind of want to. I'd really wish Source 3 or the newer Source was out and was available, but to license it's like $40,000 to license a game with the Source engine, which is crazy. Definitely $1,000, great deal. Kranos, lately I've seen a lot of my friends go for a gaming laptop instead of building a PC because of the price surges. Yeah, honestly, I have switched over to PC from desktop to PC back and forth over the years. I do like my stuff a little bit more minimalized because then I can fit more shit all over my place. I have a lot of crap. Right now, I have a full-size desktop that just sits right here and in a very uncomfortable way. Like it's not part of the desk or anything like that. Then I have my Mac Studio mounted under my table. And I have to say, the Mac Studio being mounted is awesome. But I have yet to get an eGPU. I'm still doing research for the eGPU for the oh shoot. Sorry. I hit the KVM switch. Sorry. So I have a KVM switch right here that switches between 3 different devices and I hit it. So, I apologize. Yeah. Laptops are great. Honestly, we've hit this realm right now, guys, of if you can get a 5070 laptop, it's gonna perform great. Everything's gonna play at medium to high settings, especially if it's like, let's say Witcher 3. You're gonna be playing that thing maxed out, probably with ray tracing set to low or medium. Does it support ray tracing? I think it does. It's gonna the settings, nonetheless, the settings will be set really high. The 59, is there even a 5090 yet? I can't remember, but the 5080 is a little overkill. Sorry, BT Maverick. Once again, though, not shaming anyone that does it. Like, go for it if that's what you want. Jason, eGPU prices are nuts. I just don't understand why they are so expensive. I'm not going to be getting a mobile eGPU. I'm going to be getting an actual eGPU um, enclosure where I can slap my 3090 into it and play off of it. So I'm going to be looking into the best eGPU enclosure because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it right here and then I can plug it in right here and work on my video game. And I'm hoping it works good on there. We'll see. It's one of the reasons I want to test it out. Plus, it's content, I'm sure you guys are interested to see how eGPUs work. I also think it's going to be the future eventually. But yeah, I agree. Like mobile eGPUs, ones that are have the mobile GPU built into it are really expensive and too expensive. Yeah, so MSI, I like MSIs. I've heard good things about Lenovo. Razer's been doing better job with their laptops. They look amazing. I will say this right now though, if I was to pick one of these three, it would probably be the Lenovo. I think that's a really good deal. It's got an OLED screen. That is really good. Razer, I don't even think they have OLED yet, do they? Oh, they do have OLED. That's the thing. I'm a sucker, man. I'm a sucker for a good design. I have Macs. I've been using MacBooks on and off for a while because I really like the design. It fits well on my lap and everything, but their batteries will overheat. So if you don't have good cooling on them, the batteries will overheat and plump up. I haven't had a Razer in a while. I might see if I can get a review unit in the next few months to next year, to see if they still do. I have a feeling they don't. They fixed that, but it still sucked because I had to swap out one of my laptops. I swapped out 2 batteries out of it in a 3 or 4 year period. So I'm curious. I do think they have the best design by far. But I'm a sucker for this type of design. Yeah, they still have the intakes on the bottom, which is always going to be that case because it's super hungry. I do think they've separated um the battery getting overheated too, which is good. Um, Jason, so one of the docks, those are pricey too, but not as bad. I can get one for about 150 to $200, Jason. And if I get it with Thunderbolt 5, it should be good for a couple of years to come. So I buy that bad boy. Um, I actually, they have one too, but let's see. So like a 5070, we spec this thing out 32 gigs. Like it is 32 gigs. So if we spec this to like similar to what the, let's see here, a 5060, 15, I mean, even specking it down a bunch, it's still not gonna beat the, Lenovo. The Lenovo is pretty good. This screen is gonna be amazing. I could just imagine what this OLED's gonna look like. It's actually making me salivate a little bit because I've had their really high-end, PCs before. I've sold them and tested them, stuff like that, and holy shit, they are so good. In the sense of, like, visuals and quality, technically, yes. But don't tell them I said that. Because I wouldn't mind. I don't necessarily want to keep one, but I want to test one out again because I'm curious. Chalice, Ghost of Tsushima, $32 on CD keys. Ooh, good shout out, Chalice. Thanks for the shout out. If anyone else has shout outs, let me know. Ghost of Tsushima is an amazing game, even though I have not beat it yet. I got halfway on the PS5. Then I heard it was announced for the PC, and then I stopped, picked it up on the PC, played an hour, and I haven't played past that hour. I mean, I'll do it with this. Honestly, this has been amazing so far. I really, really like the Legion Go 2, the Lego 2. It's also so expensive. BT Maverick 5080 has been great. Definitely runs a lot cooler than the 3080 Ti, which is like a space heater, especially in the summer. I wanted extra performance to future proof me before tariffs hit. That's right. Yeah. No, that is great advice. I definitely would future proof because who knows what the next few years are going to happen. I think they're going to be crazy. And then if let's say if Nvidia does, like if the AI bubble pops, Nvidia is going to screw us over. If people don't know, Nvidia is a $5 trillion company. That's what they're evaluated at. They are, if you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but they are the same valuation as the whole of the American stocks, American company stocks. Like, there's no way they're worth that much. So, Kranos, have you heard about the news about AMD and Nvidia could kill their lower to mid-range GPUs because of the memory shortage? Makes me kind of nervous since I am still on a 2070 Super. Kranos, I think that Super is going to be still good for another year or two, a few more years. I'm sure you'll get some good play out of it. Even in the VR world, I don't see any VR games getting crazy. That being said, I could see them getting rid of the I don't even know if they have a 40 series anymore. Like I swear they used to have a 40, but I can see them getting rid of the 50s and 60s. Not on mobile, but I could see them doing like 60s and 70s on mobile and then getting rid of the 50 series. Like the 50s, and I could see them getting rid of the 60s. 70s, that's mid-range. I don't know if I'd call that low range anymore. Want to avoid Razer. Their laptop fell a lot and have not great support. Lomkey. I've had Razers. I've had like 5 razors between me and siblings and everything because I've bought them stuff. The only thing I've had fail on a razor was the batteries. If they fix the batteries, yeah, I don't know. I don't mean to be on razor still, but I am kind of curious. So give me 1 second, guys. Let's see here. Want to look for eGPU. I don't. Is this their newest one? Let's see. I don't. Yeah, this is their newest one because it's Thunderbolt 5. That's how you can kind of tell. Um, from my understanding, this is like a nice little thing. Enclosure. It's expensive though. $350 is really expensive for an enclosure. But aesthetics wise, I'm sorry, guys. You just can't beat this one, in my opinion. It might end up being the one I get. I might request a review unit though, and that might be how I get it. But I'll let you know. I'll stop saying that because who knows if I'll get one or not. But it'd be nice. I live in a fantasy world, guys. So it would be nice. I don't have any contacts with Razer yet. Jason, I had an MSI laptop that included an eGPU enclosure about 10 years ago. I think it was one of the first ones on the market. It was cool, but the tech has come a long way. eGPUs 10 years ago definitely were like, it was fun, but it's kind of like dual GPUs, right? They were kind of fun with the Crossfire and whatever the freaking NVIDIA version was. But they definitely have come a long way. eGPUs, like, there's multiple content creators in the sphere that are using eGPUs and they love it. Or I shouldn't say shouldn't put love it in their in their mouths, but they're getting really good performance. You're not going to get like 100%, but I'm hoping with the 32 gigabytes in this thing, a 3090 just starting out. Maybe I'll upgrade later, and I still be able to do my video games. I'm finding out more and more like on this Mac Studio that just Unreal is not optimized for Linux or Mac OS, which kind of sucks. But I will and so I might be teasing around with Unity and whatnot. My game is still in the early stages, so I could easily convert the couple levels I have over to it. Rachie, I got a revolutionary idea. Why not ask game devs to optimize their games? Rachie, no. Where's the ban hammer, guys? Okay, who's a mod here? Let's ban right. No, I'm just kidding. So it's a mixture, guys. Games are unoptimized, and I will say something that people don't want to hear. They have been unoptimized for decades. Okay, ever since updating a game has been a thing, or things got complicated in the Xbox. I'm not even a little bit beyond Xbox, but once we hit like Xbox 360 era and that PC era back then, I don't think we've had very well optimized games on it, like depending on what the game is. Like Fallout New Vegas was, I don't know if I'd go as far as unoptimized as opposed to just didn't work for half the people that bought it. But and speaking of Fallout New Vegas, if you guys don't know, there is a remake coming out, so that's exciting. A remake, not a remaster, but a remake. It's weird. I'm wondering how that's going to work because I don't know if they've remastered anything else, or remade anything else. I'm here for it. I love New Vegas. Maybe we'll drop. No, it could drop with the new Fallout TV series, and they could get some double bonus money on that. But yeah, the Lenovo's definitely a good deal with the OLED and $1,000. Like this is an all around pretty decent deal with the 5070. If you want to bump it up a little bit more, I've had good luck with MSI also. It's a 16-inch. It's not going to be an OLED, but it is going to be QHD. I think it is 4K, isn't it? Or is it 1440? I can't remember. But it's going to have the 5070 Ti with 12 gigabytes of VRAM, which is pretty sick. And actually, for that price, guys, if I don't like the 16 gigabytes, but it's upgradable, so it's most likely SODIMM, so you can upgrade that bad boy. At $1,300, if I was going to get a new PC today, and I didn't want to deal with, I have eGPUs and all of this other stuff, so I'd want something that I can like mess around with multiple things for multiple videos. But I'd probably get that. If this was like 5 years ago when I wasn't doing as much of this content, I'd probably get this. It's a pretty good deal. A little chunky, but good. BT Maverick 2070 was my first GPU. As soon as I saw that Half-Life Alyx trailer, I was like, I have to get a PC. Damn. Did you get a VR headset, BT Maverick, and play Half-Life Alyx? Because that game is so good. I really am sad that not as many people have been able to play it. Kranos, would you say the blame is more on the publisher or the devs when it comes to optimization? Both. One, this is so complicated. I've been trying to write a script or like not full on script, but like write like a video for a few months now on this topic, and it's going to turn into like a mini series on what's going on with the gaming industry right now, and what's been going, like especially now where publishers will sink a ton of money into a game, and they push it so that it goes it needs to be released in a certain time frame, which um that's not how creative works work, guys. Like, you cannot force creative works into a box and into a time frame box. But on top of that, scope creep comes into it. Bunch of other things. They're going to want shiny stuff like ray tracing, all that other stuff. And once you start shoving that stuff into it, you're going to have less and less time to optimize. You typically you want to optimize along the way, but you do most of your optimizing at the end when you have everything kind of put together and you're like, okay, well, you need to go run through things on lower end hardware, see where memory spikes happen, and see if we can reduce the memory down, whether it be reduction of textures or models that are on screen and all that. Also, there's more and more. I will say there's gonna be more games with from Unreal Engine from Unreal 5 that will be better because there's more education for the developers now on how to use Luminous and all these other different technologies that people tend to use but don't really fully understand how to use it. So they overutilize these technologies, making them very, very unoptimized. Where yeah, just get Dead Space remake makes me really sad because on unified memory it does not work well. And there's no way, like, that team does not exist right now, from my understanding. So, yeah. Kranos, cough, cough, Capcom, cough, cough, Monster Hunter Wilds. Here's the thing with Monster Hunter Wilds. It is not Unreal 5. It is is it the re-engine? You guys can correct me. It's like the re-engine or something like that. It's what's used for Resident Evil. And it was built for Resident Evil, guys. From my understanding, it was built for Resident Evil. So it is designed for dark, not open world games. It works good for Resident Evil. It works really good for Resident Evil. Why would Resident Evil 8 run great on my Steam Deck, even and this device and lower end devices, but Monster Hunter Wilds isn't? What's the big differences here, guys? Well, there's two different dev teams, and Monster Hunters is a greatly different game than Resident Evil. It's an open world game, a lot more, I think, unmanaged assets on the screen. So, and it's not well optimized. Jason, 1080p portable OLED monitors are a thing. I have a 15-inch I take with me, but yeah, not practical for daily use. That's not a horrible idea. Raichi, Claire Obscure Game of the Year isn't a well OPW. Wait, what does that mean? Raichi, you're trying to get me upset. BT Maverick, yeah, I bought an Oculus headset and had the time of my life playing a Half-Life, Lone Echo, Phasmophobia, and a bunch of other great games. Phasmophobia with the headset is crazy scary. BT Maverick, Raichi, yeah. Unreal 5 issues for sure. Better than most UE5 games. I'll say it right now, guys. There's a lot of Unreal 5 games that run fine on even the Steam Deck. I beat the whole Split Fiction with Susie, my wife. We played the whole thing on separate Steam Decks, and it's an Unreal 5 engine game. No issues. It ran like butter. Like, I was impressed with how much they got out of that game. It really depends on how optimized the game is, guys. And how it's on the developers more than the tech. The tech could be improved. Don't get me wrong. This is somewhere where Epic can also improve some stuff too, and add some better optimization tooling. Because if you want, if I really like, because um, if we want to get more futuristic with our game development, we want to get better. Meaning, like we want to progress. I like to progress in things. You know, Epic could create debugging tools to really like you could run your game through or run some simulations through and just say this is not optimized, or just like this is how much lighting is on your screen, this is not optimized. So it is on Epic, but if the developers just actually sat down and optimized and tweaked things, they would also work fine. Like it would be good. So um I don't know, kind of a both, but at the end of the day, if the developers can fix it, then it's on them ultimately. Kranos, Phasmo with VR is a bit cheating because you can use both of your hands for equipment. That's true, but it's still scary. It doesn't make it like it's cheating, but if you're a wuss like me, then yeah, it's not cheating. So, um, a 9060 a 9060 XT or a 5060 Ti. Um, man, that is actually does not seem like a bad deal at all. I have no clue what a Cobra type is. And honestly, like Game DS, like it looks a little on the cheesy side, but at the same time, I give it do I give an F if it runs decently enough? No. Um it's not a bad little oh, they have these little counters. I like how they're all multiplayer games and then what now non-playable on the Wukong. I don't know if I believe it's non-playable, but yeah, I guess. Is Wukong really that intense of a game, guys? BT Maverick, lol. There was a glitch in Phasmophobia VR for a while where if you laid down the ghost, couldn't get you. What? I did not know that. That's hilarious. Cascoder Vex says hi. Welcome, Vex. Are you listening to the stream or are you just stopping by for a little bit? But welcome. Oh, and we beat Peak for the first time the other day. Oh, I haven't played it since we played that one day. It's a really fun game. BT Maverick, that asylum level was scary as F in VR. Yeah. The asylum level is the worst. I hate it. Love that game though. Yeah. I'd probably take a chance on this because all the parts are probably like decent enough. You're just not gonna don't expect to get this and have good support. I'll say that. Just hope that you can return it to Newegg, which they have a okay return policy. I think you'd be fine. That's the only problem with like these cells right here. iBuyPower LoJack part of the community, he had a hard time. I think he went with iBuyPower getting a replacement part. It took him like a month. So there are downsides. Now, the upside to these types of things is that most of the time they're going to work. Very rarely are you going to have failures once they get to your place for a while. And as long as you have decent, but you're going to have the same thing. If you buy everything separately, you're going to have to return it anyways. So it's kind of nice that like often, like for a year or two, you work through these companies to RMA anything. And then after that, they usually have like, there's a separate per part that you have to do. Lomkey, hey, that's faster than the Steam Machine. Is that count at Valve is talking about? Damn. Yeah, Lomkey's not wrong. So, speaking of, the 9060 XT this will be faster than the Steam Machine. Will it have FSR 4? I don't know because I think no, I think it will have FSR4. I think this series and the next one will have it, the support. This is also going to be faster than the Steam Machine. This is definitely faster than the Steam Machine. So if they don't price the Steam Machine at like 850 or below 850, then you can just wait for a sell and get one that's faster. Now it's gonna be much bigger, but yeah, there's that. Let's see here. Um, Interesting. Dude, you want okay. I think the craziest price for all these let me get rid of this. I already bought this. This is something I bought a while ago. Um Headphones have gone up a lot and they don't sound better. I have I need to get a new headset because the one I had died and it wasn't too expensive at the time. It was like $70 and it was wireless and it was decent. All the ones that are like in the 100 range sound similar. Like headphones have gone up crazy amount. I don't think they're that different of a sound. I think there's a difference between the 100 and the $300 one, but that's crazy. But I've tried these headphones on before at the stores and stuff. Like the HyperX have been pretty decent actually. Is it wireless also? Interesting. I don't know. It might. I think it's wired. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. Maybe this will be an interesting one to get, but I'll be doing some more shopping anyways because I need a new mouse, and a new headset, and I'll be throwing them into an article that I'll be sharing on the channel. So make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar. I will be adding them. Yeah, I'll promote it. Jason, how are things going with your Legion Go 2? I've been playing mine every day and loving it. No issues yet. Trying to get my hotkeys figured out. Love this thing. The review's coming. I've been playing a bunch of games. I've probably played about a dozen plus games where I put an hour into them. I'm not playing a game through fully yet, but I've played Resident Evil 4s. I've played a lot of games, and this thing is a beast. And I have it set to what is it? I don't remember what I have the TDP set to, but I have it set lower than what the max is. So I'm gonna try even lowering it because at mid range of the TDP on this thing freaking kicks ass. I love it. Okay, so um I love this right here. Crucial 2 terabyte, 121. You can save $4, guys. That being said, it could be noted somewhere in this article that it's going to go down in price for the Black Friday deals. And I think Friday week starts tomorrow. Um, yeah, there's going to be all sorts of different deals. I'll be posting them on my blog as I am an Amazon partner, creator partner. And I kind of committed to them I would, even though it's Amazon, but don't tell them that. And plus I'm going to be doing shopping my own. Like I said, I want to get a new mouse and a new keyboard, or not keyboard, but a new headset because I can't play on my Bluetooth doesn't work on my PC, my 3090 PC. There's something really effed up with the motherboard or something. I've even swapped out the chipset once already. No, even the Wi-Fi is screwed on it. I own a pair of Astro A50X, great sound quality and features, but I don't see a discount for them currently. Dude, isn't the Astro aren't these Astros like super expensive? Yeah. Damn, Reishi. Flexing your wealth over there. So you got the X's, right? Okay. Dude, they're so pricey. They do sound really good. I'll say that right now. The Astros do sound really good. I have tried these at the store. But I don't think they sound $400 good. I'm not an audiophile. I these work well for me. Um, they look interesting though. I'm not Rachy. What is that supposed to mean, gas cutter? Uh, okay, so guys, yeah, I'll have a lot more in that in posts and stuff. So make sure to go to the thebrink.com and sign up for the newsletters. You'll get some good stuff. I'll find some good stuff between Steam Deck and a bunch of like handhelds and PCs and stuff like that. Stuff that I've that at least I approve of. Whether you not want to take that with a grain of salt, of course, like stuff I like does not mean that everyone's gonna like it. Um, yeah. So, ooh, K cups are on sale. Get a year of worth of coffee that can go stale. I can get some underwear protecting stuff. This is an interesting deals for you. I don't know if I want to go through this. You might have something questionable pop up. Ooh, a generator so I can play the Steam Machine. This is interesting, guys. Getting a generator for the Steam Machine. Let's see. This is a 60,000 milliamp battery, 128, 192 watt, which it can surge up to 300 with two. It can surge up to 300, surge 600. What is that supposed to mean? So capacity, oh, 100, 192. Is that supposed to be milliamp watt? Ah, whatever. We're going to go after 300 surge. So has 300 watt pure sine wave output, and then it can surge up to 600. I'm reading this all wrong. This I'm gonna buy. Should I buy one of these before I even get a Steam Deck? This is actually very tempting for me, guys. And at this price, does not seem bad at all. Dude, this is yeah, that's watt hours. I noticed. Thank you, Jason. I noticed like after a little bit, I was like, wait, what am I reading here? Um, yeah. I think this so the Steam Machine is going to have a 300 watt capable power supply in it. It's not going to draw 300 watts total. It's probably going to draw the most 150. And then if you have any accessories hooked up to it, it can draw more. So if you get a, I wonder how much wattage like a 20-inch TV or maybe even a projector might work out. It can search up to 600. Can you daisy chain this thing? That's another thing. Like you can, this would be enough to play my Legion Go 2 for like 5 hours camping, right? That's about right, right? But yeah, I could have some fun with it. I don't know if it's gonna last that long. So in comparison, uh I have an 80 milliamp watt battery in the Legion Go 2. So this is like, two and a half of those. I've been thinking about buying me one of those, something that may do a window, air, and desktop top. They have them at Best Buy too. Oh, okay. Good to know. Jason, even my RTX 4060 ITX PC rarely uses more than 150 watt. You should be fine. Oh, 100%. 100%. I would be yeah, with the Steam Machine, the max watch, like I said, it could be 140. I might have said 150, but 140. Steam Deck is the best when it comes to power consumption. Kranos, you are not wrong. Now, if I get the Steam Machine and the Steam Frame, I could play this thing camping. I mean, that's why I go camping, right? Is so I can get the fresh air and everything like that. But I don't want to deal with the actual wildlife. I bring the Steam Frame, and I'd be the one that's dragging everyone out camping. Get some solar panels. Yeah, I'll be honest, this is very tempting. It says 62% claimed too. What the heck? I'll get you guys a link. Just know this is an affiliate link. Here you go. If you guys are curious in getting this before it's out, there's the link. Yeah, that's actually fairly tempting. Wires are pretty decent. Like this, I might get some more USB-C wires. This is kind of me. I'm also kind of keeping an eye on some stuff for my home lab that I'm going to be building next year. So I might get some more. Uh, Honestly, 2.5 gig um, is kind of where I'm wanting to go. Maybe maybe higher, but it's going to be for streaming stuff like that. So now their glasses, the Steam frame looks amazing. Yeah, the Steam frame does look amazing. It looks interesting, but I'm excited for it. Okay, so guys, um, what else do I have for you here? These are handpicked. I am thinking about trying to Razer mouse again, guys. Right now I have a Logitech, but I like it's having clicking issues, and maybe I should just open it up and see if I can clean it out. But I like to buy I haven't bought a mouse in a few years, and I kind of like to buy a new mouse every once in a while. Feels nice. This one's starting to get grungy. Oh, you like the Ugreen NAS? I have thought about getting it. I have actually worked with Ugreen in the past. I really like they've sent me a lot of stuff. I really like Ugreen stuff actually. I'm curious if there's a deal. There's a couple other companies that I'd also keep an eye out for a NAS, but yeah, okay. No deals yet. But once again, all the deals will start trickling in over the next week. BT Maverick, lol, play the Blair Witch game in VR in the woods. Oh shit. That's actually a good idea. Okay, so I'd bring my VR headset. It should be able to play that, right? It has a battery built in, so I don't even need to bring anything. It should be able to play long enough to scare the shit out of me on that game. Dude, BT Maverick, I don't think I would do well. If everyone went into the tent, I was out even in my campsite, not in the middle of the woods, in my campsite, playing a game like that in the middle of the night, I would scare the shit out of me to play Blair Witch in VR. Like, I wouldn't know. Dude, I got scared playing, let me look this up real quick. Sucker for Love, the first one. Because it had a little ticking noise, and it was doing it just right on my headphones to where I swear it was coming from, but I was in the basement at the time. Swear it was coming from the basement. It and I have those VODs, by the way, on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, if you search YouTube TH3BRINK, the Brink, with my name or my username, I have those VODs still up. There's one point where it definitely freaked me out. Cascoder, damn. You got them you got them jokes, huh? Tell Ugreen you want to do a petabyte video. See if they bite. Damn. A petabyte video would be crazy. We're potentially like with Off the Console, we might be working with a company with some of that stuff, so we'll see. I might be getting a NAS from somewhere else. Just FYI, with those batteries, if you buy a big enough one, you can get a 30% federal tax refund. Is that so, Jason? Is that still a thing though? Because I know a lot of the EV and like green energy credits are dead, or at least they're dying if they haven't already died. So yeah. Jason, I like my DIY Unraid NAS. It's so useful and easy to set up. I am interested in doing an Unraid. I have a lot of I just honestly, guys, I use iCloud right now. I'm such a freaking basic bitch when it comes to tech that right now for that type of thing because one of the reasons I don't do videos as much, one of the reasons, just one, is my flow was completely just screwed up and it really messed me up. So now all my B-roll is in iCloud and I can download it when I need to. And then it automatically, if I don't use it for a few days, it just caches or it keeps it in the cloud. So I don't have to worry about my drive unplugging because I have an 8 terabyte drive right here that unplugs. My NAS going down. It's not really a thing right now. But like here's a little thing. Gardner could be in here, who knows? But Gardner's Gardner's stuff has gone down once or twice. And I've run my own stuff before. It runs like especially if you tinker it, your stuff can go down. I don't know if I could handle that. And plus, my current NAS box right now, I have a NAS right now that has like a bunch of old school stuff back from the LimeWire Napster days on it. It is like a secure box right now. It is the safest you'll ever get. It is not hooked up. It is not plugged in or hooked up to the internet, so it doesn't get safer than that, right? These glasses will make Meta afterthought. Damn. VM support Docker. I love mine. VM support Docker. Just need more RAM for it. Yeah, that's always the case with those. I am honestly thinking about doing it for running some of my projects because I'm getting tired of the cloud prices for all my projects because I start running them and then I let it sit there for a few days for a few months. So I am thinking about, and I have I think decent enough internet to run a project too for my house. It's another reason why I want to do a home lab. I don't like the idea of it, but since none like until gets like it makes enough money to pay for the servers, why not just run it off my own system, right? So I might do that. You're just convincing me more and more. My NAS is NVMe 4 slots. The drive will mount to it. Ooh, nice. BT Maverick, dude, does everyone here have an NVMe drive? Jason, EV rebates are gone. Battery ones are still there for this year. Ooh, good to know. That's really good to know, Jason. Thanks for the heads up on that. BT Maverick. Honestly, I feel like we do these just chats, and I wanted these just or the let's chat is what I call them. I learned more from these than I feel like I give to you guys. So I apologize, but it's all good, right? BT Maverick, you should be able to get free Game Pass with Keymailer. Wait, really? I have Keymailer. I haven't seen Game Pass, but then again, I have like 6 months of it because the little Xbox thing I did, plus this other device. Oh, I download it. It took me a day. Well, it didn't take me a day, but it felt like a very long time. But I downloaded the new Call of Duty, Black Ops 7. Guys, you excited? Dude, I have heard only good things. It's the best Call of Duty Black Ops in years. I've heard that it's just the best you're gonna get. The assets are all unique, not taken from different uh beloved anime series. They're it's amazing. So I can't wait to try Black Ops 7 on my Legion Go 2. I'll give it a second, Cascutter, and then I'll say why. I used a $60 Office PC as my NAS. Low key, that's the thing with NAS is like there's some old devices that work great, but I want a low power device. I have some PC stuff that I probably have enough PC parts to put together a 20-year-old computer. Do you think that'd run NAS? It'd probably run okay. It'd be very slow. Okay. I am not excited for Black Ops 7. I'm messing, but I did install because I'm kind of curious about it now. Everyone's piqued my curiosity. I saw the stuff and it wasn't that egregious, the AI stuff, but it doesn't make it good. But I am really curious to try it now. I doubt I'll play that much of it. Honestly, I downloaded it for the zombie stuff. If you don't know me, I'm a huge zombie fan. Um, Jason, maybe an unpopular opinion, but Game Pass PC is still a great deal. I'll just subscribe a month at a time when there is something new I want to play through. $16 isn't terrible. Jason, you're not wrong. It's not a bad way to go about it. You can also, I don't know if you can still do it. I'm sure PT Maverick can mention otherwise. You can still grab cards, I think, and get a like if you can go find the cards that they sell at stores and get a better deal. And just get a bunch of that for like a year. I I have Game Pass on here. I'll be honest, I was looking at the price of damn it, what is the name of the game? Um it's the one I was excited about too. I don't know if anyone else cares about it. Let me look at my wish list real quick. Um Outer Worlds 2. I was going to buy it. It's like 60 or it's like $70. And I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna use Game Pass. I'm just gonna play it on Game Pass. I am tired. Like my Expedition 33, I'm kind of not happy that it's tied up into, and I haven't bought. I'll buy Expedition at one point, but my saves are all tied up into the Game Pass, and I just need to extract them, put them into Steam, buy Steam. So if I want to play it, I have to play it on the Xbox stuff. But Game Pass is still a great deal. Kranos, Game Pass is worse. IMO, just get some bundles each month and you'll be fine and have thousands of games on Steam. Kranos, this is for people that have specific games that come out every month that they want to play right away. So, um, you're a game collector. Kranos has a massive game collection, so it's not a bad way to go about it. And if you're like able to wait a year or two to play games, yeah, you're going to save a lot of money going that route. But I think $16 a month to play a game or two that you want every once in a while is not a bad thing. I'm not gonna. I'll say bad stuff about Xbox sometimes and everything in the Game Pass, but right now it's not. It hasn't turned into an evil thing yet, but we'll see. Maybe it has. Maybe I'm wrong. Richie, I played the campaign of Black Ops 7 on the Xbox One VCR. I don't know what that means, but was it good? Um, Jason, build a Raspberry Pi stack server. Yeah, I have all the parts. Like, I don't have them in here, but if I showed you my wish list on my like personal Amazon, I have all the parts for it. So I do plan on building something along those lines and running some of my server stuff. I'll probably keep certain websites like my Ghost blog, the one that you saw, up on Ghost because I want to support them. But everything else I'll probably port over and just have it run there until it graduates with making money to its own server. Yeah. I do want to run a rendering server too on it, but I haven't decided on that yet. So in theory, I can make a pipeline where if I develop the game on my Mac, I can then, if I want to build the Windows button, we're going way off topic here, by the way. I'm sorry, guys. But I can then push, like, if I develop on my Mac and if I want a Windows binary um, to submit to like the Steam store and stuff like that, I can have a render car. I can have a card attached to a NAS. Looks like Cascoder's playing Megabunk. I'm sorry, Cascoder, not to call you out. But yeah, I can run little scripts that will then render, like will pull my changes and render it, and I'll have a binary. So it's kind of cool. Chris is working on building my GOG library. I don't. Okay. Okay, guys, do you remember when Valve pulled a bunch of NSFW games, and I think some other companies did too, and some stuff was banned? And you remember how GOG, I think it was GOG, had an NSFW? I can't remember if it was you bought it for like a low amount or if it was just a free 10 games. I can't remember. All I know is to support the whole ordeal, I bought it. So now when I go into GOG, you know what they think that all the games I want to buy are, and all the featured stuff, everything I go into GOG, it is all not safe for work games. so I can't even stream. So I could, if I bought games on GOG, I couldn't even like stream them really that easy without having issues. At least in like in Steam, I can you can like change that and all, but not in GOG. I don't buy NSFW games much. It's I think the one I have that's like that I've bought is a, a Nun Holy, but we don't need to get into that. It's a kind of a fun game. I actually like it. I got it for the Steam Deck because I wanted something stupid to play. Um, better than Black Ops 6 on the Xbox One VSR launch edition. Seriously, that console use DDR3. Damn. I buy more games on Steam thanks to Game Pass from all the money I save, and buy those Xbox games on great deals if I want to add them to my library. Xbox One X was the beast of a console. Xbox, I didn't mind the Xbox One. Honestly, this might be a bad take for people, but I like the concept that it was trying to go with. They just, I really hated the naming convention, and then they killed the idea off quickly because we have streaming that came into play. I wanted something that could have been like a record my shows and everything while I was playing games. I like that concept. Cascador, I hear some people made fake accounts to prevent that from happening. Oh, interesting. Raichi, why you don't want to play? Yeah, I know what that is. I'm not streaming playing House Party, Raichi. I'm sorry. I'd have to create an OnlyFans to play that one, or be on Kick, where the only thing Kick doesn't do is kick people off the platform. The Xbox One X is a 30 frames per second beast. Dude, all of them are 30 frames per second beasts. PS5 and Xbox Series X can do 60 frames if you choose that, if the game allows you to do like the performance or the visual selection. Oh, interesting. Xbox One has 12 gigabytes of GDDR5. PT Maverick misses the Xbox Snap with the extra little screen that can pop up while you play a game. Interesting. I don't remember. It's been so long. Funny enough, the Xbox One was the last system I had of Xbox. The Xbox Series X and S, I just didn't see a need to get it, partially because I'm a PC gamer and I'd rather put that money into something else. Count Dead Space. Wait, what about Dead Space? Dude, I have that game a lot. Yeah. Skulls playlist. It is anyone that has a GOG account and took advantage of that deal just to support the devs. Yeah, they have that game too. Jason, every time I hear House Party, yep. Raichi, can we harvest the GDDR5 out of the Xbox's sacrifice to the AI overload so they spare our RAM prices? Dude, game companies and these tech companies probably will start becoming very demonic, and we're gonna have to start sacrificing stuff. They're like, bring us your GDDR RAM, bring us the VRAM for sacrifice, then we'll let you have a little inkling of new tech. Assassin's Creed Valhalla on Xbox One X looks amazing. Yeah. It's a hit or miss with adult games. It's very much a miss. Most of them are a miss that I've tried. I'll just be honest about that. Nun Holy, that is worth it. There's nothing better than playing. It's not a Vampire Survivor clone, but it's like it's kind of like Hades, but if you were a half vampire nun. It's fun. I don't know what else to say. Cult, stream it. I will not be streaming Dead Space today, but I'll stream it in the future. Cult, I'm actually not against it. I want to play through the Half-Life series, especially if the Half-Life series gets announced. But Cult, you've watched me play Dead Space before, haven't you? Like stream it. I'll stream through all of them. Maybe when I get more time off in December, I'll stream them. How's that sound? I'll add it to my list because I have a list. Tonight, I'm going to be streaming after this. I have a decision to make. I don't know which one to stream. If you guys are going to hang around or like go over to my Twitch, I'll have it on both Twitch and YouTube again and soon, but on my Twitch account, I sorry, I'm trying to bring up something. I beat Cabin Factory last week. It was actually really fun. I liked it a lot. I have No, I'm Not Human, which looks like a fun little indie game that can be potentially at least worked on pretty good in an evening. Sucker for Love, Date to Die For, which is the second one, which I'm thinking about saving that one for a different day that I stream longer. And then uh honestly, it's probably gonna be No, I'm Not Human, and have some fun chatting with you guys while we play that. I have some other games I would like to play too, but like, yeah. Dispatch is one, but I want more time. I feel like No, I'm Not Human is not gonna take me as long. Count. Yes, yes. Okay. So I will in the future, in the nearest future, I will play through a bunch of the Dead Spaces. I love the Dead Spaces. So it's really not hard for me to it's really not hard to convince me. Back in the day, you could carry over your Steam games to GOG without any cost if the publisher opted into the program. Oh yeah, I did not do that. I should have done it. Lumkey, Epic Game Store still won't allow adult games. Will allow NFT games. Okay, a bad take on my like NFTs have a place in gaming if it was done right, but it's not done right. I'll just say it. No, non-fungible tokens make sense from gaming assets that could go from game to game. It's just not done that way. It's not where the money is, unfortunately. Uh, Raichi, I will even sacrifice the 2 megabytes of my PS1 RAM. Damn. I don't think that's going to get you very far. I think you'd have more fun just keeping your PlayStation 1. Jason, do you have like have or like dogs? I saw this new game called My Little Puppy that's about dog heaven. It gets great ratings, but everyone says they're basically cry for the whole game. I don't know. I don't like I don't know if I want to go to dog heaven. Ever since I watched All Dogs Go to Heaven, and then plus the girl that voiced the little girl, and that also I think died like that year after making it. Like it's all sorts of sad news. I can't do dog heaven stuff, but maybe I'll try it. My Little Puppy sounds interesting. BT Maverick. Well, I love the Steam broke down my most played games last year was Dragon Age Veilguard, and Steam starting popping up a bunch of LGBT games on me because of how that game was labeled. I gotta go watch your Cabin Factory video. What a fantastic concept. Yeah, BT Maverick. I don't have it on the YouTube channel yet, but I need to port it over before it's gone on Twitch. But you should be able to watch it on Twitch, but I'm gonna port it over to YouTube. Because it's like 2 hours and I give my take at the end of it too. It was fun though. Still want to get you want to get the Dragon Age Veilguard? Dragon Age Veilguard would be interesting to try out. I just don't know if I could handle it. And that's funny that they're just like you excuse me. Most progressive games these days have some LGBTQ. Honestly, for the past decade or two, it has LGBTQ stuff in it. So I think it's kind of funny when they kind of get upset about it. Um, I don't want to add a photo. Skip. What? No. No. Oh man. Okay, guys. I like Etsy a lot. So we're gonna go here for just a little bit because like this, maybe I'll get myself a new zombie hat. There so I've gone to multiple like Comic Cons where I've bought Fallout gear before. People are so good at making Fallout gear. We'll talk about this for a second and then we're gonna go and do the stream. But I love it for the backdrop, for my backdrop, for just the collector stuff. I really like. I don't know what it is about Fallout gear, but people do a really good job of like. I would say it's the most realistic aging, but it's still pretty cool. I wonder if they do like My City. Can I be like, I need what does my Salt Lake City look like blown up? This is a dock for the Legion Go, which is kind of funny. Sorry, I didn't mean to actually click on it, but it is kind of interesting. People are making mods for a lot of mods. Like Legion Go has a lot of mods for it, technically. Like they're more external, like 3D print stuff like this. But it's interesting that like at least the modding community is live and well. Even though I think it's slowed down a lot with the Steam Deck, just because we've done about everything. You can get stuff like this for the Steam Deck technically, but because you can rip this out and not have the controllers, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. I've bought stuff for my wife from Etsy, and recommends all that stuff for me. Let's see if people have already like. There's no way the Steam machine's being. Oh my gosh, Steam machine. Is this like a? Oh, is this a 3D printed fake Steam machine? Interesting. They don't have. It's got the banana in there. They don't have the CAD files for this, do they? And the official images and various videos from launch model is 1-to-1 scale with a banana to prove it. The model. So this is you could maybe fit a micro PC into this, like a mini PC, but I don't know, man. I think it's more or less just like troll people to say, "Hey, I got one." BT Maverick got to check Etsy for cool stuff. Honestly, Etsy's pretty cool for getting like custom made stuff. Like, let's go to the Steam Deck. Like, this was my idea. I gave it to so many people, like this little sharing thing. I need to get one though. I'd pay $18. Okay, well, that's a little brain broken to watch freaking shorts or like TikToks. Uh, how do you play a game and watch TikToks? I guess there's some games that are really grindy. No, I would be watching stuff that I've seen before, but then when it gets really like or some YouTube videos where I listen most of the time and then I like to look up and watch, I'd probably get it for that. It it looks like it would fit for most like for other devices too, potentially. Dude, people are creative, guys. You see this shit? Like, this is a little docking station for my Steam Deck. Huh. That is actually kinda sick. Um, it's 3D printed, so maybe they'd sell the prints, but yeah, it's pretty cool. People are really creative on this. I really like it. You want an Elite D-pad? They have a mod for that. Wow, it's been so long since I've looked at Steam Deck stuff. Dude, interesting. ROG Ally Steam Deck like yeah, ROG Ally. Um, this right here would be nice. Under the oh my gosh. I mean, so I have prints of stuff like this right here. This under the table Steam Deck holder. I have stuff for like my MacBooks and stuff. So like in fact, I 3D printed my mount under for my Steam or my Mac Studio underneath my desk. It's awesome. I can do the same thing with my laptops and everything. So I could see this like you push this in and then you just plug it into your monitor if you want to play on your TV. It's just not powerful enough. Not TV, I mean screen. I'd do it with this though. That's actually not a bad idea to go that route. Until I kick the screen and break it. Which if you watch my last week's video of the one factory, the cabin factory, yeah, I might have done that last week if it was there. Huh. I'm impressed. Sorry guys, like I'm not trying to be too crazy. Graichi, you can listen to podcasts while playing games like Ghostwire Tokyo. I can already listen to that. I have headphones. I listen to podcasts all the time. Ghostwire Tokyo, I have not finished that game yet. Guys, if you've watched me stream it all like last few years, I've been trying to beat that game for like 2 years. The game is so long. I think I started playing it without streaming it. I don't think I'm gonna finish that on stream. Uh F that business. BT Maverick, Dragon Age 5, $15 for the Xbox on CD Key, still $50 for Steam. Damn. Yeah, CD Key, go to way to go, man. And for the Dragon Age, it's Veilguard. I didn't play the last. I didn't finish the last Dragon Age. I've beat Dragon Age 1 and 2, loved them. Dragon Age, the one after that, the third one, just I got bored of it. Like maybe I was just depressed or something because I got like 10 hours into it. I was like, what am I doing here? This is so boring. I don't do that with games very often. I just like, nah, I think I'm done for now. I'd rather do something else. A PS1 inspired skin, that's kind of cool. I mean, yeah, let's see here. Legion Go 2. See if they have anything. This actually looks very like, this sounds stupid, guys, but this is what the device needs. Are these little grips. Because like right now, I'm fine with the way it holds in my hands for the most part, but with a little bit thicker grip to it, it would hold much better. Funny enough. These are so interesting. They have so many like right here. This right here. This is ridiculous, guys. This is one where I'm like, okay, you should just get a tablet. But yeah, okay. We can stop shopping now, guys. Excuse me. Loam Key, can't have holes in my wall, or I would buy it now. I can have everywhere I've rented, I've been able to put holes in the wall, but doesn't mean it's a good thing, I guess. So, guys, we are done with this.